Hello students. This video is useful to the students appearing for inter first year or second year commerce board exam. In this video, I am going to give some tips to score more marks in commerce subject. First point, while writing the theory answers, write textbook content only. You have to learn the textbook answers thoroughly. I know it needs lot of time and effort, but there is no shortcut for success. Allot time to learn theory answers. You may think, I understood the answers well, I'll write it in my own words. Most of the students cannot present the theory answers accurately in their own words. If students write theory answers in their own words, then the answers do not give proper meaning. Second point, try to write comprehensive answers. While writing theory in commerce part, try to write comprehensive answers. Complete answers. For example, advantages and disadvantages of partnership question is given for 10 marks. In textbook, there are 10 points in advantages and 8 points in disadvantages. Total 18 points. If you write 5 points in advantages and 5 points in disadvantages, there is a chance of losing the marks. It is advisable to write the meaning of partnership business, definition, and all 18 points so that you can score full marks. Third point, mention the side headings. If theory answers contain side headings, they should be mentioned. Otherwise, there is every chance of losing the marks. Fourth point is related with tips related to problems in accountancy part. First one, learn all textbook practice problems including illustrations and previous year's public exam papers problems. B, solve minimum 2 problems from each chapter. Accountancy requires practice also. Select any 2 problems randomly from each chapter and solve them without seeing the notes. Solving minimum 2 problems from each chapter is important because when you start doing the problem, so many silly doubts come, like doubts in formats, DRCR symbols, I should write or not, to I should write or by, balance carried down I should write or balance brought down, whether to put account symbol at the end or not, LF number I should write or JF number. You should not get all these doubts in public exam, no? Therefore, practice is mandatory. Next one, write complete headings. For every problem, write complete headings. For example, you are doing final accounts problem. Instead of writing trading account and P&L account, write full heading. Trading account, comma, profit and loss account of Satish Traders for the year ended 31st March 2021. Suppose you are preparing Swami accounting ledger chapter. Then clearly put the headings. Ledger, below to that Swami account. Left side DR symbol, right side CR symbol. Next, do not use short form of words. Write complete words. For example, write amount. Don't write AMT. Write discount allowed. Don't write DISALL. Write balance carried down. Don't write BALCD. Next, pay special attention on additions, subtractions, multiplications and divisions. For example, take subtraction. 30,000 minus 1500 is equal to 28,500. Before writing the final amount 28,500 in outer column, don't forget to cross check your answer. That is 28,500 plus 1500 should be 30,000. Similarly, while doing divisions, know clearly when to put a point and when to put zero. Be perfect in 2 to 9 tables. It sounds silly, but sometimes we face these silly problems in exam. Next, while coming to balance sheet totaling, if it is not tallying, if asset side total, liability side total are not same, then don't keep on doing experiments to tally it. Just leave it. After you finish your exam and still left with the time, you can start experiments to tally the balance sheet. Next, calculators are not allowed in examination hall. Do not do rough work on question paper or in right side margin of the answer sheet. Allot last page of answer sheet for rough work. Do the rough work with pencil because no additional answer sheets are provided to you. Next, take scale, pencil, eraser, sharpener, to the exam. Don't depend on other students. Next, some students may have confusion about how to attempt the paper. That is, whether to start with the commerce theory or accounts. If it is theory, whether to start with the 10 marks answers or 5 marks answers. See, question paper is divided into two parts. Part A, Part B. Part A contains commerce and Part B contains accounts. There is no rule that first student should complete all questions from Part A and then only he can write Part B. You can start with a theory or problems. Important thing is mention the question number properly. That is enough. To decide the order of presenting the answers, students may be divided into two categories. First one, merit students who can write all answers well and expecting above 95 marks. Second, average students who cannot answer all questions. If you belong to first category, merit students, time management is important because you can answer all the questions well, but you are worried about the time. For first category students, my advice is to follow this order. First, 20 marks problem you have to do. Next, 10 marks problem. Then 5 marks problems. Next, 2 marks problems. Means accounts you have to complete first. Then come to 2 marks theory questions. In part A, commerce, and in part B, accounts. You have to write some theory answers, no? Complete them. Then come to 5 marks theory answers from part A, that is commerce. Finally, 10 marks theory questions from part A, that is commerce. What is the advantage of writing the answers in this order? First, you have to solve all problems, no? While solving the problems, you need not to write any meanings, definitions, introductions, no? After completing the problems, you have to write 2 marks theory questions from accounts and commerce, no? Why? While writing 2 marks theory answers also, you need not to write introduction, meaning, definition, etc. Suppose Karta question is given for 2 marks. You need not to write the meaning, definition of a JHF business. Meaning of Karta is enough. Try to complete these answers as early as possible. If you forget any point, don't spend time on recollecting it. Leave space there and move on to the next sentence. After writing some answers, if your mind recollects that point, then you can complete that sentence. Next point. Suppose final accounts you are doing. In profit and loss account, debit side, assume there are 10 amounts. To ascertain the net profit or net loss, you have to total these amount columns, no? Some students copy all these amounts in rough for doing totaling. It is utter time waste. If you write the amounts properly in the amount column only, that is, all tens, all hundreds, all thousands should be placed in respective lines by putting commas properly. You can save the time by doing totaling work there only instead of doing in rough. Now come to 5 marks and 10 marks theory answers from commerce. While writing these answers, you will come to know the available time. If you have enough time, write the full answer, or otherwise, you can cut short the answer. For example, advantages and disadvantages of partnership business question is given for 10 marks. If you have enough time, write the meaning, definition of partnership business, then write all advantages and disadvantages. If you don't have enough time, don't write the meaning and definition of partnership business. Next, take watch to the exam. Don't depend on invigilator for knowing the time. And finally, to merit students, my advice is solve at least 2 sample question papers at home to have an idea about time management. Now coming to second category students, average students who cannot answer all questions. As you cannot write all questions, time is not a problem to you. It doesn't matter from where you start. It may be a theory answer or problem. But just try to attempt those questions first which you can write well. Because you know first impression is the best impression. Next point. Write all 2 marks theory answers of part A in one place. For part B, 2 marks answers also follow the same. Next, give importance to handwriting. Handwriting matters a lot for securing more marks. I know it is impossible to improve your handwriting within one day, but if you follow some tips, you can improve it a little bit. First tip, try to avoid corrections. Examiners do not like cutting, overwriting. It gives a negative impression, and this is the major area where students lose marks. Answer sheet must be presented in a neat and clean manner. Whenever you need to cut a word or an answer, just draw a line with a pencil over the particular text or word. Avoid scribbling or scratching. It makes your answer sheet look messy. Second point, while doing the problems, draw the proforma with a scale and pencil. Next point, while writing the theory answers, keep 4 lines handwriting notes in mind. See this picture? You can notice the difference between these two writings. Left side you can see normal handwriting. See the right side handwriting? If you keep 4 lines handwriting notes in your mind, you can improve your writing a little bit. Next point, use gel pen. Gel pens are the best for writing fast because we need not to apply a lot of force for the ink to flow. Next, some students attempt their question paper in a colorful manner by using blue, green, and black colored pens for headings and underlinings. Don't do this decorative work which kills your precious time. Use only two pens, a blue pen for writing the text and a black for headings. Next, leave enough place between two words. Examiner will find it difficult to read overlapped words. Next point, if you want to write extra answers, keep some points in mind. First one, complete 100 marks paper first as to avoid losing marks due to lack of time. Second one, once you finish all the questions, check all the answers thoroughly. And finally, if you have enough time to answer extra questions, put the heading extra answers and continue with your answers. Put the heading so that the examiner need not to put efforts in order to locate extra answers. So students, this is the end of present video. Most of the tips addressed in this video are known points only. I wanted to keep all those tips under one roof. Hope this video is helpful to you. All the best for your exam.